Yay, game development. Woo, I say, knowing full well I kind of am a little dead in the water here, quite honestly. Now, for those who might have seen it, I recently made the video presentation on how to make a good combat system in a video game. That was for this, by the way. What I don't have up, that I probably should have up, is that one writing thing that I did a while back. But that would be connected to this, right? So I need to make a good combat system for this. So I'll probably be bringing that up, but I'll figure it out. So this is what would look like to most people to be a blank project. That's because it is. Well, technically I do have a thing that makes it full screen at the start. I'm so cool, aren't I? Yeah, let's not worry too much about anything. But before we even get onto a combat system, let me make the thing first. The player. Now, while I create these sprites real quick, which you can't really see, but you'll be able to hear the great sound of my voice. I elaborated earlier that I wasn't too sure on what to do with a lot of these things. With this combat system. But I figured that if I, kind of pushed myself into a corner a little, then I'd probably figure something out. At least in one way or another. So I figure it wouldn't be quite a bad idea to get going with this. Just do melee and ranged, because that's kind of each of our characters. We already kind of have a story, right? And we can base it around that, whatever this system is going to be. So that's quite good. Just kind of link everything back to a story, but I still need to make the combat good in and of itself. Combat to combat relation, combat to challenge, perhaps, is what I need to be interested in. Disable default, keep it, that's fine for now. I don't really need to worry too much about that. Max speed, let's go 2,000, 8,000, 8,000. That's basically fine. Alright, actually, we need another one. Is that here? I haven't done dynamic camera in a while, hold on. We'll figure it out. Is it you? Do we need dynamic camera here? Dynamic camera. Smooth camera. That'll work. Smooth camera. Yada yada yada. Go ahead. That'll work well enough. So in theory, there we go. That's way fast. Okay. Alright. Then we got something with that. Max speed 1,000. It's probably a little too big on the sprites wise. So I'll just resize them. Yep. But yes, I want one to be closer to a melee and one to be a range, which is why I put it down as such. I mean, crazy, am I right? That's way too... Yeah, that's good there. That should be fine. But I want... That camera's not gonna be working, is it? Because that just doesn't quite feel right. Head speed and ratio per second. Like, maximum speeds, show deprecated options. Yeah. I don't even have to double that there. This is almost just me doing something to make myself feel better while I just kind of think it up, even though Like, what is with that dead zone and that going with it? Like, if I make these 1, then it should just snap to it. Right? Basically. 0.999. It'll be like the hand sanitizer. Oh, my camera kills 99.99% of germs. There we go. Whatever I do, it's still gonna have that acceleration dead zone. I might just get rid of smooth camera. I don't really need it. But then I have to figure out, oh, I'm gonna do combat system now, whatever. I don't really need smooth camera. I do need camera though. Forget how to do camera itself. Like, oh boy, actual camera. It's not smooth camera. Anyway. Well, we'll deal with that part later. It's been a while since I've had to do that part of it. Blech. So, let's go. Here's my idea. I should actually pull up paint real quick. Hold on. Which paint do I have up here? I know I have a specific setting for paint. Okay, that paint. I built it into OBS, so ta-da. That's not the paint. Come on, paint. You're here for a reason, buddy. Nah, well. Hi, Sunflower. Welcome in. Welcome in. Glad to see you around. Anyway, why is this not working here? Well, that doesn't work. Then we'll do other paint. I can swap up the setting real quick, and that way I can show you what I'm thinking with this. Paint. There we go. Normal Microsoft Paint works. Okay, so here's my thought process here, right? We need to think both about, I'd assume, controller. Here's a, honestly, kind of decent for doing it on a mouse. And we need mouse and keyboard. There we go. Right, because everyone knows a Game of the Year game can also go on controller. I don't know the last time they made one that wasn't on a console. Yeah, I can't think of one. So glad we figured that out. So, I'm going to exaggerate these a little bit. The controller has 4 phase buttons, right? And we have U, and then movements over here. And then this key and this key, which are Q and E. At least on a QWERTY keyboard. So I figure having it be 4 main options is probably pretty good. I don't know if I want to do holds with these, but I'll figure it out. Maybe like a variety of options. What I don't want to do is have anything be unlockable, because I hate that. Like, I want to press them into options, or into using all the options, I should say. I don't want them to be stagnant in using what they already know. And that's essentially, because they won't, like, figure it out for themselves. They won't figure out the combat system for themselves for that. And they'll just kind of be stuck in the olden ways, right? And so if we have a difficulty curve, that looks kind of like this, which is probably a pretty normal game curve. And their curve might be something closer to like this. And then they'll hit the challenge point, because they're not able to keep evolving as much as they should be with the new techniques, because they stagnate. That aside, having it limited is probably a pretty decent option. So, first thing I want to do is allocate this one. We're going to color code this. We're color coding it. Nope. Not the whole controller. Color code. Woo! So, yeah, get this in there. Good enough. We really don't need anything special. Here, I'll just do this for simplicity's sake. Yeah, there we go. We have the joystick. It's not gonna be doing anything. I've been missing with school because I graduate. Oh, you're graduating in a few weeks. Good for you, Sunflower. You get an applause. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, that's lovely. Then you can go out into the world or back to more school. I don't know. Depends on where you're feeling. But it opens up a lot to you, I must say. Yes, as I was saying here, before I forget. We're color coding this, and so this on A button and right mouse, I figure will be a form of dash, because I don't remember I don't remember a game like that hasn't had a dash, or who knows how long. Though it kind of allows a bit of a brute force, but whatever. I can deal with that later. Just kind of minimize the dash, make it more of a repositioning tool instead of it. Like, maybe not even bother giving it iframes, right? Anyway, let's color code the next option. Beomp, beomp. I figure that will be on the X. Now, what would be here? Oh, and there's also needs to be a button to swap, doesn't there? Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Put it on space, I think is fine. And then right trigger. Feels weird, but it's something that can always be changed up later. The importance of showing all of this is to explain the limitations and my thought process. Anyway, I figure these will be like basic. So maybe like just a normal slash. I don't want to do like anything that's normal. Kind of look like that. Or shoot. I mean, if I do anything normal, then that's like kind of but like normal people know normal, you know. So, anyway, the next one, I'll make this one green. Oops, that's not full. There we go. Boop and boop. And it's kind of an order of how hard it is to hit on your keyboard or the controller. That one and that one. Now we're getting on to territory I'm not too sure about here. I don't know what goes on that button and this button. Maybe that's something I need to think about a little bit more. But let's implement what we have now, right? So we'll just make it super easy here. You can't even see this. We need a group. We'll just call it dash for simplicity. So first things first. How did I do this before? I can almost copy paste it from somewhere else, but yada yada, I don't care enough to. That's called inefficiency. Stubborn inefficiency. Or maybe I don't even care that much. Oh yeah, this was pain, wasn't it? Oh yeah. Oh, I just remembered how you need to do it, because you have to store all this stuff. Just store everything. Okay, that's fine. Just fine. You have to store every direction as a variable. This is pain. But at least this is still a better, software than a lot of other ones there. This is really, I'd think, to be a prototyping software, but I care about efficiency, so that's what we're doing instead. Anyway, start here. Let me go make a few other groups here. I'm doing a movement group. You go in, make another group over here. We'll call this one walk-in with an apostrophe. And this will just make it easier for myself, specifically because I... what is it? Simulate. There we go. That's not right. I guess it's been so long since I've had to do this that I've just entirely forgotten. Yeah, okay. So it is as entirely as I thought it would be. So left, and then that will be when A key is pressed. Yep, that's pretty good. Be pressed A, and that's gonna simulate that. Okay. Copy paste 4 times. S, not left shift, S, D, W, and then we'll keep doing it for the rest of it. What have you been doing lately? Nothing too special, I don't think. But lately, I've just been kind of gearing up what to do for this stream specifically. Because this isn't really a topic I know entirely much about, or at least did in the past. So, figuring that out now is pretty important. There we go. That's good. Oh, that deceleration isn't enough. That's going to be part of it. Deceleration, smack on an extra 0. It'll be fine. Nobody's going to care. Yeah, that's nice. Ooh. Nice. But yeah, I just have to research a good amount in order to figure out something for this. And so then I made a random video essay for that. So that is as of late, I'd say. Yes. Okay. So I figured out what I needed to do here. We'll do we'll put it as an object variable just to make it a little easier for us. Which object variable? We'll need like 8 bools. 8 of them. 8 bools. So upright. I'm going down. Going in like clockwise direction. Down, right. Down. Down, left. That's gonna annoy me for all eternity if I do it that way. Left, and then up left. There you go. All these are boons, starting out as false. Boons. I'm thinking too much on Hades. Which is where I got my 3 great aspects from. A lot of them relate to difficulty, which is kind of weird, but sure. Anyway. Variable. I think we go start with... which one does this start with? A! A is what we start with. Woo! A, which means that would be pure left. Left set to true. And then... bam, bam, bam. We need to set all the other ones to false. Yes, all of the other ones, mind you. They need to all be set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The way I'm doing this here kind of feels risky. So... I don't like it. how do I explain it here? So, I'm gonna be having all of these set it, but in a weird way. I don't know the correct way to say this. So all of these are going to be set. We're going to set all of the ones that it isn't to false. And then we're going to hope that it goes to the proper area by the time we get to the dash condition at the bottom, right? So it's going to be swapping it a bunch. So A, we'll set this to left to true, everything else to false. But if you're holding up, if you're holding like W and A, so that would be an up left, then we'll need to reset it. So because it would be later in the list, it should go later, meaning this shouldn't go at that time. So that's how I'm doing it right now. Yay. Down right, down, then down left. But at least all of these relate to the same thing. So I can just copy paste. Wham, wham, wham. Good. So E to false, your S, which is down. So down. You can see that it very quickly just kind of gets a little poor. Everything is so big and blocky. There's probably a better way to do it, but I don't know it. So, yeah. That's what I've got to deal with. Anyway, the simulate presses should be fine for either of them. You know, and should be alright. It's not. I can do... Did I not set 8-way movement? Is that why? Allow diagonals. Silly me. Disable default keyboard controls. We'll go with that. Yeah, that'll make it a little easier for it. There we go. Oh, there we go. Now we have diagonals. Whoa. He can go in a circle now. This is revolutionary stuff, alright? You know how long it took for them to make games where people could go in a circle? It's a long time, let me tell you. Long time. Anyway, now I need to do, we need an OR. Or, here we go. Or statement. We also need, actually, I can just copy paste this throughout. And then U. And then A is left. There we go. And then I just smack these in there. S is down. It's weird, like, you think I would already know what all of these relate to, but I have to, like, look at my keyboard every time to see, ooh, W is up. No way. W is the up direction? I could never have guessed. Which goes to process? Yeah. Yeah, I know. If I was having to look at this without being the one who made it, then I would have no idea what to do. So now we need to get even more complicated. So bear with me. All we're doing is making diagonal presses change the proper variable, alright? It's not that complicated, even though it looks complicated. I could type in the word and. Alright. So you, or, and then, let's see. I need, which one is the right one? Okay, so A, and A is not up. What am I doing? A is not up. What am I thinking? A is right, or A is left. Oh, I keep changing the wrong one. Right is D. Up is W. W, D, S, A. Okay. So up is going to be W. And then we can do right as well. So all this does here is say, hey, the guy's pressing the diagonal keys. He's trying to go diagonal. And that should change the proper variables. Up is true. Actually, no. You need to be false. You all need to be false except for upright, which is true. And then copy paste 1, 2, 3. And now it looks like a lot, but that's fine. Just pay no mind to a lot of the ones where I'm having to set it to false. Okay, so right. We can do up left as well. And that will be up left. There we go. Then we need down. I pressed S thinking I was typing in down. It doesn't quite work, does it? Down right. Ditto. And then down left. Yeah, I hit the wrong thing. Left. Perfect. Down left. Ta-da. Hi, Monog. Welcome in, welcome in. Sorry not being a haze stream. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Can't be everywhere. In game, yeah. Look, game making, it'll take a little bit. We have a square. Great! 10 out of 10 game. Woo! Let's ship it, boys. $70. Nah, $80. This thing will sell for quadruple A prices, let me tell you. We have a square. He can go off screen too. No way. Yeah. So let's add in that dash while we're at it. Dash, let me think. Which one is on that? Dash is a right click. Wow, look at this helpful diagram that has half of all the buttons that you'll press. Two-fifths, actually. It's... I'm stretching myself thin here. Anyway, we need... Is it just right click? No. Mouse, there we go. Mouse button. We'll do it on press because I'm cool like that. Right, and then as I did it. One, I have to trigger it once. That way it won't just keep forcing you to dash as you continually hold it down. We'll change that to a cooldown later probably, but for now we're all right. And now I'll need 8 conditions. But for now, let's build just one, right? And the first thing we need to do... What's the first thing we need to do? Like, oh goodness, I forgot. Let us go over here and just take a look at the variables. Blah, blah, blah. For going up. If up is true, meaning all the other ones should be false, and we press the dash button, then we should apply... Oh, I'm gonna have to do timers already, aren't I? It's like, all this stuff about the game that I don't like, I have to do. I'll make this easy on myself. We'll start a timer and it'll be dashing, which is exactly what people would describe how I look. And that will just say, hey, the guy is dashing, right? We'll also have 2 more variables, like we didn't already have enough. Boom, boom. Dash X and dash Y. These are going to be number variables. Essentially, we're going to be consolidating this a little bit. So, it'll tell the game, hey, we're dashing. And then it'll set the variables to, you know, this is the direction we're dashing. We're going to be dashing this much in this direction. And then later on it will actuate that. We do not need to set it to true. We'll just set it to... We'll just say 300. I don't know how much I need. That's the wrong button, but that's actually totally fine because I just pasted it back in. Dash X needs to be 0. Now, here's something I don't know. The specific formula to deal with the diagonals. Because that is a thing. Diagonal movement formula. What is it? What is the diagonal thing? Reddit, what's the number? Times 7.07. Alright, I'll write that down. 0.707. Alright, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. Don't let the big numbers fool you. This is simple stuff, okay? Upright. That's upright again. Right. Down right. Down. Down left. Left. Up left. There we go. Let me pull out a calculator real quick. Calc. There we go. Off to the side. So 300 times 0.707 is 212. Okay. We're gonna copy the same. It'll take much time. I don't think I'll copy Hades exactly because that is copyright infringement. But since I have dissected that work, I think... Yeah, I think a good amount of it will help with that. So it's almost not like a swap it up so the teacher doesn't notice type of thing. But, you know, it's your high school superlative. Is that an extracurricular? It was. Now I gotta take a look. Superlative. I don't know that. Terms have changed a lot more than I thought they would have. But it was in the D&D club. Okay, something's not working here. So I am not dash. Oh yeah, because I haven't actually implemented the dash part yet. I was gonna test to see if all that stuff was right, but anyway, we need to go here. I'll just do that real quick. Timer, dashing, do less than or equal to 0.5. 0.3, I feel like it. This would be starting as that. Be a little bit weird. It'll be fine for now. Then you... Because it starts the timer. Actually, no, it only starts it once I press it. So it doesn't start at the beginning. So, actually, it's fine. Never mind. You need to be... Where's the forces? There we go. Add a force. Beat on X. Perfect. It'll be instant. Perfect. Which will be player dot dash X player dash Y. There you go. Now, woo! Look at our dash. We are going places. Okay, so that's good. I just need to swap these directions. Okay. Down is down really? Down is really up. Okay. Which is weird. But that's fine. Negative. Everything's weird. But that's fine. Down, right. Would be 212. 212. Down should be 300. Yes. Down left, 212. Negative 212. Left. 0. 300. Up left. Negative 212. And negative 212. Perfect. That should work. There we go. Or I... Oh boy. That's a little interesting. Okay. Where's my left? Left needs to be negative. Okay. That's my issue with that one. Forgot that. There's not like a buffer on those things, you know? Which... Yeah. I mean, obviously I'll need to increase the speed of the dash. Maybe decrease the player speed. You are going so fast. Speedy Gonzalez, basically. Maximum speed, just go 600. I'll times these by 2 as well. Actually, I don't even need to go through all that. I can just make it easy on myself. Times 2. Yeah. So if I go like there, then it goes down instead of diagonal. Despite that I've been going diagonal there. Because I let go of one side first. So I almost need like a buffer there. Though that might be in like a to-do sort of list. We'll do 2.5. We don't need to do any sort of specifics right now. We just kind of need to get it in there. We can kind of deal with the feel there in a bit. So I'll just... I can make a note, right? How do I make a note? Don't know. Oh, wait, it's here. Add a comment. There we go. Just put it at the bottom. To do. Buffer dash. Direction input. I'll do that later. We don't need to do anything now. Okay. Next thing. Woo! Is gonna be our swapping. So, swapping is going to be easy. I'll make a group for that. Swapping with an apostrophe because it's cool. Now, this should be something so easy even you can follow along with. we have this. We need to, let's do brown. Why not? You and you. Okay, so brown, swap. Okay, we have that there. Okay, so you better follow along. So when a key is pressed, specifically space. Alright. And this will only be triggered once. And we're going to do two things. One, we are going to be changing a variable. We're going to be doing is melee. This will be a bool. Starts at true. Toggle. That's it. I say that's it. We're going to be showing that. If the player is currently animation melee, then player will be changing the animation to range. And this will just be showing the visual. How in the world has this already failed? I said, oh, it's going to be so easy that even you can do it. And yet you don't trigger when I press the space key. Like, my space key isn't broken, right? Like, I can press it. Okay. That's a little curious. What? You do trigger properly when I press space, right? And sure, as long as it's held down. Or key is pressed during the frame, use key just pressed. Is it key just pressed? I don't think that needs to be the case, but maybe they made it easier in a new update. Why? Why are you weird? Should be changing it to ranged, right? Like, they're not supposed to keep going with that. Okay, now I'm just annoyed. This surely would work. It surely should work. You're not in anything. Nope, you're not in anything weird. You... Yeah, that worked. Huh. Okay, that is seriously kind of annoying. Oh. Oh my goodness, I just figured it out. I just did the same thing I did the other time, but I didn't realize I was doing it this time. So it changes it to ranged. And now that it's ranged, it's like, oh hey, we're ranged. Then it changes melee. Blech. That's why it's doing it. Was your experience in high school like... I wouldn't say good. I was in it to get out of it, really. I didn't care a thing about all the stuff. I mean, for one, I found it, like, easy or wrong. It's one of the two. And it wasn't wrong because it wasn't easy. It was wrong because it was, well, wrong, you know? And as you progress more in the school, you know, years, then it was more so to that, to the wrong side. Because it didn't have any grounding or support. It wasn't something that could be understood, and that's what made it not easy. If it could be understood, then it was easy. It's like, it's arbitrary, that's the word. arbitrary. So a lot of my high school experience was arbitrary. Yay. Haha. Lovely. But I care a lot for grounding these days, so yay. Anyway, I gotta figure out how to do that. What's the right way to do that? No. Here, I'll just make another variable. That'll work well enough. It's quick enough. Character swap. This could be another bull. True. False. True. And this will just check to see if the character has been swapped. Swap. True. Because when it goes off, then it should be set to true. Then when it goes through one, false. Then it can't go through the other one. So that should work. Perfect. Yay. We're making so much progress. My square can change colors. Woo! Game development. My square changes colors. Woo! Okay. Wow, what a hard day of work we have done. I'm kidding. We've barely done anything. Yeah, something like this is just so inefficient. Hate that. Anyway, carrying on. Let us do our basic. Now this one might actually be slightly fun. Basic attack. We're not attacking them in the basic language, by the way, just to confirm. So we're gonna need 2 of these because two different attacks. Character swapping, right? So we'll need to do is melee true, and then is melee false. And actually, I want to make 2 groups for that. I keep spelling melee wrong. Melee ranged. Melee goes first, then ranged. Alright. So, now that they are melee, we've confirmed they are melee at this current time. Then we can get our nice slash. We'll just... Here's how I usually do it. I kind of make it hidden. Well, I guess it wouldn't be hidden, would it? We'll just do a sprite. Slash. Create here. You can't see it, but I don't think it'll matter if you do or not. It's not going to be anything special. No. Looks like an eyebrow. Yeah, so there's our slash. What I actually need to do, though, the important part is the collision masks. Polygon is not convex. I hate that you do this, game. Engine. In a lot of other engines, it's totally fine with that. But not in this one. I can't make a shape like this for some reason. But, yeah, it's fine enough, I guess. We also need to edit the points. Point, you should be down a little bit there. You can be, that's opposite. 32, 35. The other one also needs to be set to that. And that'll ensure that it spawns correctly. And then... Here, we'll just do key just pressed. Did you? This will be left. Mouse click pressed. There we go. Left. Just get out of here. It is a left, right? Not going crazy with that. Choose a. Why did you do that then? Whatever. Good. Okay. And then you, and then we put both of you in there. Here we go. Ta-da! Yay! You sure gonna make the same on thumbnail? Just make the best you can. I'm gonna make the best I can, which is derived from the thing in the thumbnail. Though, quite honestly, the thumbnail is just there to say, you know, this is good, can I be as good? Answer, no. But I can hope. Alright, so you there, you there. I want to trigger once. And we can change this to buffers. Actions on timers. There we go. Just so I can remember to do that later. And I mean, honestly, we just make slash, create object. Here's the annoying part. And by the annoying part, I mean, have you guys heard about the 8 variables regarding direction? We're gonna have to bring those back. I'm sure you absolutely love that. Ugh, okay. Up. True. There we go. So if it's up, then we spawn, we create the slash, we'll go bleh. Player X. Player X should be fine. Player Y, we'll just say plus 32 for now. Base layer's alright. So if I go up, that, oh, because I didn't set the thing for you. Duh. We need points. Edit points. 32, 32. And that should share points. Yes, okay. That should be fine. I hope. I forgot plus 32 is the opposite direction. So we need minus 32. Let's do a minus 64. And then we will also just make the slash twice as big. We don't need to do all of the, you know, technical feely stuffs, because there were 3 things that I figured out in my video essay. And for those who haven't seen it, which you should, I put time and effort into these things. It's nice. I guess technical difficulty, problem solving, and feel. We don't need to work with feel yet. That's just what the exact specifics of the move, the detailing parts. We need to figure out what the move does, whether direct or indirect. So just a little simple slash is pretty nice. I should also have slash have an object timer just so I can delete it, because slashes are not like the ones that Chronos does, where they just stay there until he decides to let them go. Slash times. That'll work. And then you can put it up here. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't matter. Timer slash times greater than or equal to 0.12. 0 point. There you go. 0.12, and then kill the slash. Kill it. Kill the slash. Grr. mean. Anyway. That should be good. I will also rotate 0. Rotate towards... What do you want here? Is 0 proper? Because we'll need to redo that. That's the wrong one. 0 is proper. Okay. So it probably goes 0 and then the other way around. Okay. Good, good, good. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know you love this. Don't you just love big blocks that do this? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, anyway. Right. Right. I really wish I knew a better way to do this. I don't know a better way to do this. If any of you has any idea, please. I'd practically put a bounty on it if I had the funds for it. But sadly I don't. Okay. So upright will be, what would it be? 90? Still be that. Let me try that out real quick. It's the wrong thing. 90's 45, duh. Who am I kidding? 45, we also need probably minus, let me see, minus 32 plus 32. Let me see how that looks. I know we don't have to do all the feel stuff right now, but I want to. Well, I want to do at least some of it there, so at least I have a starting point with it. Plus 64. Just put it into 0. No. But yes, I want to... You kind of have to make the bit of the move, right? So it's going to be a move that goes around you depending on where you're looking at it. So... Yay. Downright still should be plus 32. Should also be plus 32. That's the wrong thing. Plus 32. 180. Is my vision coming across halfway decently? But probably not, because I don't know if I have a vision much myself yet. So, yay. That's 225, right? I'm not going crazy, right? And then down left will be plus 32. Minus 32. I just expect to hear, like, voices in my ear every time I do something like this. Like, Niro, you're doing it wrong. You need to do it this way. Or that way. Sorry. And I'm like, oh no, I failed again. Oopsie doopsies. Add that to the pile. Put 0 in there again. Alright, 315. And then you should be minus 32, and you're minus 32 as well. Okay. How to give that a good think. So that should do that. Good. Good. Of course, the issue is, I've already failed at it. Can you figure out how I failed? Ooh, there's an error in my programming. Yeah. My object-based programming, or block-based? Probably block-based. It's not even code-based. At least I'd have an excuse then. What's your favorite and least favorite genre of music? I don't know if I have much in the way of favorites or least favorites there. Like, No, I will say, I do hate, like, Screamo or Mumble Rap, or just ones that just... They have a guy talking or just killing his voice for some reason. Like... Not the point of that, really. Or not something I'd want to hear, right? Other than that, I mean, rock is nice. I don't think it matters too much there. I just like good music. But I will say Ave Musica is, I think the kids wouldn't say the bomb these days, would they? Probably not. It's lit, peak, 420 blaze it. Anyway, that was my fix. I figured it out. Ooh. That is not fixed. It is really not fixed. Oh, because and all that. Okay, there you go. Now it's fixed. Ta-da! Technically, you can slash hard enough to get 2 of them. There you go. It should be running around 60 frames a second, so... give or take. You can put in about 2 a frame in between there, so... Anyway, now we have half of it. Anyway. Luckily, we can just kind of copy-paste all those for the second one. Slash times of slash. Let's get an or. Actually, we don't even need to bother with that yet. We don't have the thing yet. The thing we're oring yet. Oh, Sprite. Shoot. Just 420 blaze it. I feel like I should apologize for writing that down. Anyway. Yeah. So bad. I made a line. That's what it looks like, by the way. It's a line. Yeah. Just a line. Actually, I even need to change this line. I failed at making a line. Oh my goodness. 128. 32, 128. Resize. That'll work well enough. There we go. That's good. You also need a slash times, don't you? We're really just copy-pasting it between the two, but without actually copy-pasting it, because I think that breaks it. Slash times 0.12. I've remembered the point this time. Aren't you proud of me? I accept praise in the form of head pats. There you go. Information blaze it. Deletes. Alright. Now you copy. You paste. Yay. Here to you, so I can blow up. Cool. Now, you see every time it says slash here? We need to change that to, shoot 420 blazer. Woo! That's totally how they say it these days. Isn't this just a great stream activity? Just doing all the program and stuff? Just like, yeah, no wonder so many people do this. Like, I know I would love to just do this for all eternity. It's absolutely lovely. It's so much nicer to come up with all the theory for it and have it just... to figure out how to do it than to actually do it. Because now you have to put in the work. You have to realize your vision. Or put it into fruition. It's kind of like a teacher, you know? Because a lot of the times the teachers haven't really done anything regarding it. Like, you can be a, you know, grade teacher without actually doing anything in the job, right? You don't have to be a mathematician to be a math teacher, which is, I think, a horribly dumb idea, but it's, 'tis the way of the world, right? Oh, I forgot to change the points. Bleh. Duh. You, edit points. I don't think we want the center here, but I'm gonna just give it a go right now. I think we went all the way at the bottom for that one. Yeah, we went all the way at the bottom. So, edit points, Y, 0, 128. Origin also needs to be 16, 128. Yep. And there we go. Oh, because I got the pluses. Oh, I'll change that. But then that's that one attack done, and then I have to just brainstorm. We have to do brainstorming. Roar. Brainstorm. Yeah. Which of these things is it? Was 32? Probably just do a 32 there, right? Yeah. But for directions like that, actually that's fine as is. We just need to make sure everything's 32. 32. We don't really need specifics right now. I don't really care enough. I promise this is how they do it for Game of the Year. Just believe me. Believe me on this one, okay? Yes, they do say, oh, I need to do this, but I don't really care. They say it. Believe it. Believe me. Oh, I really need that buffer. Anyway, let's look back at the chart. Okay, so we have the dash in. We can cross that out. What's a good crossing? Gray. We can cross it out with gray. Sweet. We've done those. We've done those good. Now we need to figure out what is on the green, which should be the easy, preferably the easier to use. I don't want to say special. We'll just say easier attack. That's not basic attack. Basic attack is just basic, so that makes sense why we'd call it the basic attack. I'm trying to like get comfortable here, like, one must be comfortable to think, right? Like all genre game and music. And music, I don't like this heavy metal. Yeah. Music can be good at heavy metal, it's just too uncomfortable. Yeah. I usually listen to my music at a down low volume, so I don't usually worry about that. But it's just like, what's the point of it? Like, honestly, I'll admit, great concert or rave music. Perfect for that. You can really get the head banging with that one. But if you're not there, well, then what's the point, right? Anyway, what is on the green? So this is going to be just very different throughout our two changes of people, right? I think the first thing I need to think about is whether I want anything to be a charge. A charge attack or a charge... Well, I don't know what else would be a charge attack. I don't really want a charge. We can do a startup. Or something with a little bit of startup, though. Just to make it unsafe, you know? We can make an unsafe move without it being a charge move, you know? They're distinct. So, in which case, let's not worry about that right now, because that feels like we wouldn't do it for an easier one. Unless, no, I don't want to be that type of guy who's like, oh, the range stuff is going to be so powerful, it has to always be unsafe. Like, I don't like that. It should be at a fast pace. You can do fast pace and be unsafe. It's fine. So, that still begs the question. What do we do with the green? What are we looking at with Greeny Boy here? Is even repositioning there is nice. I suppose, since I don't have much more to correlate with the story right now, I should just figure something out based on the challenge of the game, or what I would want to put into the game, have a solution for that, and then ensure that it is story compliant, if that makes sense. I would give you a great business analogy for making things, you know, government compliant, but I don't think anybody here would understand it but me. So, just imagine it was a really good analogy. In which case, I need to think about what challenges I'd want to put in my game, right? Because, as is here, right? Right. We have range. I can shoot people from a range. No. I can shoot people from a range without having to, you know, worry, and I can always just reposition. Here, I'm in the corner. You know, I can always reposition. So, that's almost, you know, having out a range there is almost like a be-all, end-all for a lot of games. I'm yawning. Ooh, I'm just attaching all over the place. Ooh. But yes, it is basically a be-all, end-all sort of thing. So I would need something to force people, or to force it up there. Would I want super armor or not? Because then I just don't want, you know, movement, just get out of the way, right? Movement, get out of the way, and then do it again. Which makes this feel really hard, now that I'm thinking about it a little more competently. It's almost feel like busting out Hades 2 again. Just to copy something that it does. Nah. In Hades 2, they do it with super armor. No, not just super armor. They do it with super armor and a large number of things. Right? Because like I said, if it's just super armor, then you shoot, reposition, shoot again. Shoot, reposition, shoot again. But you have a large number of things, so you kind of have to worry about your positioning there as you are in the act of shooting. So they just put in everything that they could possibly ever put in there, and that's their explanation for it. Which is, I mean, that's fine. It gives you way, it makes you have to deal with those things, right? And I suppose here, I wouldn't want that specifically. Let me make 2 factions real quick. We're getting this back out again. Can I just... I can. I love you, paint. Yeah. So, we're gonna make two types of factions that I want the players to deal with. You know, the monsters and the peoples. I think the peoples will be less, but with high numbers. Or maybe I swap that around. And then you know, do more. No, I swap that around. That's better for, do more. Yeah, it's better for a story standpoint in that way. I'm just having to remember all that. Because we kind of want, like, the people to be, like, the main villains there. That's what our character is scared of. So if you can ever read that handwriting, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Do more, less people. The monsters, more monsters. And then they do less. Tron with a mouse, alright, I know it's hard. Someone is not saying it's hey, oh, certainly. Only making it, Look great for an hour progress. No. No, it doesn't. It's just... I appreciate, you know, you trying to hype me up with that. But honestly, I should have a lot more there. I should really have more than just this and less, right? Game you're gonna stream tomorrow. I stopped by. Oh man, you know how I just do it on a whim. I didn't realize I was gonna be doing this until I just like, okay, I need to sit down and I need to just figure out what to put on this random button right there. So I'll figure it out by the time I stream, yeah. I just appreciate, don't really like judge people. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Alright. Let me think here. So, assuming you're still on top. Okay. Assuming there's a bunch of people around the player, right? Does the player have a method to take care of them, right? The answer's kind of not really. I could do an AoE. AoE would be simple. But then again, I need to make it different between... You know, both here... both... What is it? Range and melee. I need to make it different between the range and melee swaps, right? So I'm really making 2 things, right? I mean, you're a beginner, so not to... Your words, they hurt me. I'm a beginner. No, I get it though. Nah, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. AoE would be fine there. I want to figure out something more tactically based. Something, I like the one that slows the enemy. So what could I... When faced with overwhelming force, how do I make it easy? Or easier? Can almost, like, terrain up a wall. I don't think that's in enough games. Just make a wall there. That way you don't have to worry about your side. I don't think an AoE would be nice. An AoE just kind of solves the problem a little too easy, but then again, we do want an easy solution, right? Ooh, I just figured out something I could put on this one. We're gonna make that, you. Making it dark. Ooh, ho, ho. Figured out a dark thing to put on. Hi, Niro. Have to sleep. Oh, thank you for being here, though. Sunflower. Oh, prayer dress for prom in 2 weeks. Oh, you have fun there. You have fun, Sunflower. Get to doing it. Get to doing it. Yeah. You made Atari game? Goodness. I could do more than an Atari game. Thank you kindly. Is it quite impossible for you? I never said I was making Hades. I just said I was using it as a base to make something as good as. I mean, even Hades is made by a small team. But, you know. Doesn't mean I have to stay as one person either. I can hire somebody. Once it's, you know, kind of there. Anyway, for this one, I want a back forward thing. Like there and then back, you know? And if that doesn't make sense, then I will just make it. And then you'll see how it makes sense. We need round slash. Round slash. There we go. 128. 120, yeah, we'll just do 64. That should be fine. I want it around there. But not around the back. Not around the back is important. Importante, as they sometimes say in language other than English. Alright. You guys aren't in the right thing. Beep. Beep. There we go. So we'll do... I don't want to call it a heavy. So we'll just call it big. Big attack. What can I reuse? Probably most of it. Yeah. Haze developers expert. Oh yeah, certainly. We're just gonna make Haze perfect. Let's say more. Yeah, they have 26. I think was the number. I mean, they got multiple people. That takes them years, right? You know, but there is a difference between size and how good it is. You know? Yeah. I just need to make something good. Which is usually made by just a handful of people. The good part, and then it's just built out by a size for the rest of it. The rest of the people. Q. I know quite well how this sort of stuff works. It's kind of melee. Variable moves melee. True. Yada yada. Okay. Just remembering how I did that. I have to do all of that. Here, you know what? I'll just copy paste this. And then I'll delete it from there. That's the wrong thing. You. Bam. That's the wrong way. You. Bam. There we go. Now it's true. Or the correct way around. Yes. Let me see here. So we do want that. Timers. Unsafe attacks. I'm just building out the things you can do, you know? But yes. You are going to be a tad bit more annoying. Because it does more, right? I want it to do kind of like a you go forward and then you go back sort of thing. And you're covered on this side, and this side, but not behind you. So when you go forward, you go back. It's that. I'll probably do movement disable. I don't want to do that just yet. I want to make the stuff happen first. So we will create slash player. We're going to change this round slash, I believe. Change that to 2. We're not going to rotate, but we are going to just put around. Put the object around another. Center object will be player distance. We'll say 32 for now. Angle 0. That should be all right. Slash times round slash. We'll do Q melee. And then we will build out the attack up here. Where's all the way down to the bottom? Grr. Just go away. We'll do you. So went to the bottom. They always go to the bottom, don't they? Grr. You want to hear. Perfect. And now round slash. This almost, well, I basically am just working. Alright. Greater than, I don't know how long the attack should last. 0.5, we'll go with. Yes. We'll do it in a few different ways. But for now, we'll do... yeah. Greater than or equal to 0. It's basically redundant, but it's there. Shoot. 0. There we go. Greater than or equal to 0. Half a second up. And then... we need our directions again, don't we? We do. What do I already have in terms of the directions? Dash. Sets the dash to it. Okay. I can't really use the dash variable, but I can just use the up arrow. Or the up thing. So I want it to go in whatever direction the player's going, right? So, at which case... what's the best way to do this? Because we already have that. We already have this. So we can already determine that. Okay, so I don't need to make 8 more different random things. So, you know, thank me for that, right? Yeah, I can just do 2 more of these saying direction X, direction Y, and then we go. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. Why are you? Anyway. Heavy X. Heavy, but then you misspelled it with an extra Y. Yeah. Okay. which I'm reusing, alright? Yay, productivity and efficiency! Woo! Actually, we can't really do that, can we? Oh, that's fine. Heavy. What, did I press something wrong? Heavy X. Heavy Y. You need -0 would be the same. Minus 600 we'll go with. We'll go with 600. And then we can do the rest of it up here. So this is just telling us where we actually have to go, and then we'll do all the formulas there. It's kind of like, well, I'll do it as a chef, right? You know. The chef, you know, he's made the recipe, right? You know, corporate says, hey, we want a good steak dish. And he's like, okay, let me make one. And so then he's like, yep, here's our steak dish. You know, this is how it is. If they want it medium rare, you know, rare, well done. You know. And here's the recipe for it. And then the corporate's like, okay, let's send this out to all of our places. And then this is how they follow it. This is them following it up here. Does that analogy work for you? I hope it does. Because I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to figure out another analogy. Ugh. One analogy is hard enough. Yeah. 600 divided or times 7 times 0.707. That's so dumb. It's 424. I should already know that. Upright. That's 2. 420. Can't press the right keys. Which means you going to the right need to be 424. Yay. Should be fine. I was like, wait, is that gonna be the proper distance? It should be. It should be fine. And then right. Here, I'll just go paste all these so I don't have to worry about doing it. Assembly line method. Woo! I'm not so old that the assembly line didn't exist back when I was in school. Right would just be 600. 600 or 6007. When I was born, 6007. Downright should be still the same there, but you are now positive on that axis. Down, you, positive 600. Negative now, because we're going left. Positive. You get, shoot. Negative 600. And 0. Still wish there was a better way of doing this. Up left. Woo! Negative. And then positive. Go back there. Okay. Now that we have that done with, we can make the actual attack now. We've done all this stuff before the attack, now we can make the attack. Yay! I love this. Pain noises. Okay. So, round slash is already around the player. I forgot to swap it for the rest of this. Okay. Alright. Object translate. Yay. You know what? We're doing it this way. Q melee. There we go. I can just copy paste it on down. Woo! Okay. And now, what? Needs to be round slash even. Round slash. Yeah, that should be fine. Round slash, round slash. What I should do is just go assembly line method again. Delete it all down. Efficiency is my #1 issue with all these. That's probably why you don't know about me in the industry. Yeah, get in there. Perfect. And then I just change all these to round slash, I think. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Woo! And then we can do something else. And by something else, I mean make the attack. Yay! Isn't this so lovely? People do this for hours on a day. We're only an hour and a half in. If this were a AAA studio, this would have been absolutely insane progress. Sadly, this is not a AAA studio. This is one dude. Yay. It would have been insane progress, though, if it was a AAA studio. Okay, so player. I guess we're just doing forces again. We don't need anything special. And force, you. Oh, yep. Player. Dot. Heavy X. And then heavy Y. Yeah, their AAA studios are just so weird with it. I don't know what they do with their engines, but they don't do it super fast. We need to go back. So both of these should just be negative. And we also need a trigger once at the end of this. Once. And then one slash around the player, negative 180. I think that should be fine. Actually, you like that. Greater than 1. We can just stop this now. Round slash gets to be murdered. And slash delete. Okay, time to have it not work. Are we ready, kids? Okay, well, I noticed problems already. Multiples of them. But that does seem to be working better than I expected. So, round of applause. Yay! Woo! Lovely. First thing I'd like to do is ×2 that. Just make it faster. ×2, ×2. Second. You get to be promoted. Woo! Congratulate Round Slash for his new promotion. Yay. Yay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do the angle, aren't we? Yay. That's fine. I'll just do that in a bit. But that should make it follow, right? Yeah, that follows. Yeah, okay. So then, all we have to do is... Where are you? Where are you dashing? Dashing. Woohoo. Where was I doing the angle? Where was I doing the angle? What? Or it might be with this. Attack, basic. Basic attack. You melee. Okay, I won't even bother using that. Because then I'd have to just keep on doing the... Keep on going up, down, up, down, up, down. We don't want that. So I won't bother. Instead, we get to make a new variable. Everything's just so simple. It's just so time consuming. I'm consuming rotate. You can tell I'm getting bored with this. Or at least annoyed that it's taken a while. Hey, Astor. Ah, man. I'm sorry. I'm mispronouncing your name. What are you working on? I'm trying to make a combat system. At least the most rudimentary one you've ever seen. I'm trying to get this attack to work decently. That still works. Yeah, I didn't fail miserably. Yeah. Recently I developed like 3 core things or 3 core methods to it, so I'm trying to put them into practice. Works better in theory than in practice, though. I'm sure you would agree with that. But yay. Now I just need to make these rotation things go. Just be the right number. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but my goodness, do I not know how to do that. At least I already know how to do... I can't type, though. Been seeing a lot of people recently using GDevelop. Yeah. It's not overly good. But it is fast, and it can do just about whatever prototyping you'd want to do with it. So... that's why I use it. Is that right? Man, I can't count today either. Luckily, I have a calculator out to the side to tell me I'm wrong. I'm wrong. In person, love it? Good. Just something that's fast is enjoyable. At least more enjoyable than the super slow ones. At least in my experience. Even though it's not as big or robust as Unity, Unreal, even Godot. Godot kind of has a scripting language, though. Was that Game Maker? Or a block scripting? I don't remember how that one is called. /.attach. And then you, but negative. Oh. Alright, how... I did it wrong. And Unreal technically has a visual script too. I hear it's absolutely horrendous. That's what I usually hear about it. I did the wrong thing. I'll just keep that there until I don't know what else to do with it. /attach. There we go, and then negative. And all this for something that doesn't even work. My friend tried in the quick game dev 1 week later. Oh, the story of a lifetime, ain't it? Yeah, I am sorry to hear that, though. Yeah. Yeah, I hear it's just bad. And that's the wrong button. There. What in the world is going on with the diagonal? But works fine that way. It works fine in the car, the left and right. Why are you? Why are you bad? Oh, because it's -0, isn't it? Okay. Then I'll just do -180. That should be fine. This one... do I just want to, like, zero it out? It's like... a lot of it's just... I entirely forgot. Do you make games for this one? Oh, certainly. This ain't my first rodeo. It doesn't mean I'm good at it. As much as I would hate to say. That's better. That is definitely better. I need to deal with the other direction, though. You. It might just be... I have to, like, correlate it, and then I'm just thinking about it. I'm gonna get good at game tips, to be fair. It's not until you have someone else do it for you, basically. Or do this part, at least. At least so I hear. Then you just kind of like backseat. It's just too hard. It's a whole psychological thing. Or understanding the player's psychology. Other than that, it's just bashing your head against the wall trying to remember what angle you need to use for these things. And that's why it's good to have someone else do it for you. I wish I could. I'm too broke for that. Just hire a random dude to do all this stuff for me. Oh, that's the dream. The dream, I say. Other than that, I'm just staring at numbers. Like, ugh. Give me a rotard. Woo! What's that? That just tells you where it needs to be in relation to it. No, it should still be fine, just in general. So, like, why would it not work, right? Why would it be bad? You also GDevelop to go clockwise rather than counterclockwise. Where I'm from, I'm used to clockwise. So, yeah, that's still not it, is it? That's in a normal side, so plus 90. Minus 30. Minus 30. No, minus 6. Where are you from? You know, honestly, that's a good question. I have forgotten the journey up till here. Mostly because it just swapped. I did SFML for a while. That was utter pain. So, like, imagine my surprise when we have visual scripting, you know? I went the wrong direction with that. Minus. So. Yay. There we go. The attack finally works. Woo! If I can just... Man, it... Excuse me, what? Goodness, I would so love to just smack in a buffer when I can make it. That's like one of those things that's just... okay. Is that... Well, that's an issue, as I'm sure you're aware. That ain't the right way. Which one is it? It's up left, isn't it? Up left, negative, positive, which means... You're also negative, positive for down left, aren't you? So up left... So I just failed on both of that. I'm so bad at this, I almost check out already. Okay, so it was going this way, meaning we swap you. Wait. It's negative. For up, left, we need negative, negative. Both need negative. Okay. Duh, I should have known that. I said that just a little bit ago. Negative, negative. There we go. I should have known that part already. Anyway. Now, I can finally go over to the next attack, because we need to do a Q with swap. Though also just any sort of other thing. She is pressed fix game. Man. I haven't added the fix game thing yet. I wish. It's supposed to be coming in GDevelop 6, I hear. The button that fixes the game for you. Anyway, let's go back to our little slide. Okay! I still have no clue what to put on our E. And I need a ranged for that. Ranged, we want to be our more technical stuff. To reiterate again, the 3 core concepts, which I don't have listed anywhere, because why would I? We need technical difficulty, which is, I mean, it's basically Dark Souls. Press button at good time, and that will go good, you know? Then we have the problem-solving one, which is an indirect, like a slow or a debuff or buff, something like that. And the third one is feel. We're not worrying about feel right now. That's for our playtesting later on. You know, something like our back forward is very direct. That's going to deal the damage to the enemy. We need something on our range swap that will either help us or hinder enemy, right? Hopefully not help the enemy. That's not something we want. I'm thinking we could do, maybe on E, we could just do a wall. But then I have to think, does that make sense in the story, right? Why in the world is our protagonist able to smack up a wall? Because that doesn't make sense to me. What genre will the game be? Kind of like an action-y thing. You know, I really should just smack up the story part of it, because I put that down. I may not look like it, but I am a story guy. I'm more in it for the story than much else, but, you know, if you're talking about games, you gotta know the other part of the game. Well, the main part, really. Where is it? It's you. Hopefully, maybe this will reiterate. I hear the more models and random stuff you put in, the better. Or the more likely you are to figure something out. Is it you? I think it's you. It's you. Okay. Ta-da! Here's my dog. You're gonna be an ice. It's not isometric. I could do isometric. Nah, not in GDevelop. I'd have to 3D it. GDevelop isn't for 3D, or at least not good for those. So I've heard. Last I checked. Anyway, I have visuals here because I did it. We have all these random arcs. Woo! And I just smacked in all these other random things. Actually, hack and slash. Maybe. I figure this is going to be a very iterative process, right? We have the 2 characters, you know, main character, the blonde character, and then you swap in between them, yada, yada, yada. And then, you know, of course, one isn't actually real, so we need to be everything viable around the one character, right? We also don't have magic or anything, so if we can't, like, earth magic up a wall. It's not plausible. Like, I could see, you know, plausible having, you know, you know, a bunch of gun holster ammo and swords as well all at the same time, you know, something like that. But earth magic or just smack up a barricade in a second? No way. So wall would be good, but I don't think that's plausible. Yeah. Making a story for the game I'm working on? I just got 2 bored of the game. Yeah. Yeah, that's so fair. That's so fair. Hate to see it, but goodness do I understand it. What's the character? Yeah, this is how it all goes there. You're trying to... I couldn't think of a better name for the treasure. This is not the name, okay? This is just... Everyone knows what the One Piece is, so it's the thing, you know? Everyone knows what this is. You know, I think magic's gonna take long. Okay. Honestly, it wouldn't change anything regarding scope if I do magic. However, I've already established that this world doesn't have magic, simply because that's going to be more thought than I want to put into it. So I could not. But too much thought would be put into it if I do magic, so I will not be doing magic. What's the game name? Who knows? I don't know yet. You know, these characters don't even have names. You know, I just smacked in this character because I was thinking about it at the time. And now it's Melee Girl, you know? I love the names to have symbolism. I haven't thought of the symbolism yet, specifically because, well, I wanted to finish all the story stuff. Will you draw the art yourself? Absolutely not. I am pretty bad at it. I mean, why do you think I'm using squares? That's the wrong thing. Yeah, that's still wrong. Ugh, smack it over. There you go. I'm using a square as a placeholder. I wish I was better at art. I'm not. I know people, or I could just hire somebody when I have allocated funds, but that's later, you know. That's at a later point in time. Anyway, so yes, our range person is going to be our more technically advanced gal. And by technically advanced, I mean not technical at all, and instead more thoughtful. That goes along with the story. So, just kind of smack it in there with the combat system. But yes. I mean, honestly, I would love to do a wall, but until I can just figure out a way to do a wall, which, plausibly, that ain't happening. I could do a hinder of some kind. She can have consumables. I could almost do a smoke grenade, but that feels too normal. And not well enough, like how something I'd want it to be. Right, we went kind of more in the protection range. You know, she's away. It goes a lot more into the story if she is more of a protector instead of a hinderer. So help yourself, sort of thing, right? Yeah. Try to collaborate with an artist? I would love to. Once I have something more established with this, obviously. But, you know, you're not gonna think we need to make Pong. Not making Pong. Okay, it kind of looks like it. I could be making the paddles, but no. Yes, I need something to protect. And I'd hope that when I, you know, kind of started the stream and just kind of thought through it more, then I would get something with this. But it hasn't come to me, even though I'm just kind of embarrassing myself on the internet. So, what is a plausible thing? Or more accurately, how does protection work? Is there a chapter of this in Sun Tzu's The Art of War? Like, that's the best idea I've got. Okay, apparently I'm dropping everything now. Yeah, get on up there. Sun Tzu, help me out. Is there a chapter on protection? Or our defense, or whatever? Maneuvering. We totally do something about maneuvering. What would be a good maneuvering ability? We can't teleport, duh. 9 situations, goodness. You still learn, don't feel shame. Yeah. I gotta figure something out to learn. I gotta put something down if I want to be learning. 98. I have this physical Sun Tzu copy. One of my favorite things I have around here. Now I can just read it here. Let's see. Having collected an army and concentrated his foes, he must blend and harmonize the different elements, therefore, before pitching his camp. Oh boy, this is a lot here, isn't it? Maneuvering with an army is advantageous, with an undisciplined multitude most dangerous. Great. This isn't too helpful yet. Like, yeah, I don't think Sun Tzu's is going to be too helpful in my matter. I need something in terms of maneuverability. Well, not maneuverability, protection. Other than that, I do just need one more random attack. Or more generic attack. Which is kind of on this one. Which is going to be our easier to use than back forward. And I think reckless would be the right term to use for that, girl. You know, if you guys do have any suggestions, I am taking them. But yeah, it's just something on our easier to use button. Q is definitely harder to hit than an E, right? But still certainly possible to hit. Think you can try my game like Pac-Man? Dude, I'm past that point already. You keep shaming me this way, okay? I know what I'm doing with that. I did like a speed run making Space Invaders once. Not on camera, sadly. But just in general. I sped ran that thing. Like, new engine, too. Just picked up random engine, made Space Invaders. Think it took like 40 minutes. That one was in Godot. Yes, anyway. I didn't mean like that, I'm sorry. Don't apologize. Make fun of it. Yes, easier attack. Okay. AoE, don't want to do AoE. Because that's not reckless enough. I don't want to do... I want to do a charge. I already want to make this one unsafe. Well, that's like setup timer for later. I can do that when I do the feel. The feel. Other than that... Some random part of me just got the idea for a parry, and I'm thinking like, oh my goodness, a parry would be great here, but also a parry would be really bad because then I have to program that, and I don't want to program a parry. But it also doesn't fit a reckless style, so that's my main excuse, but goodness, a parry would be enjoyable. Cool sword moves. I'm resorting to looking up cool sword moves on the internet, alright? Just to figure out what people do with a sword. Make a turn-based game. Oh boy, turn-based is just full into the thinking part of it. Like, That... People think turn-based games are easy, but god goodness, I think they're even harder to make than just a normal, like, 3D hacky game. Hacky-slashy game. Cool. Maybe I need katana moves. Cool katana moves. Here, music, you get paused. Can I show this? I can show this, can't I? Hold on, give me just a second. I will show you the... This is not going to be helpful, is it? Like, goodness, can you tell that I'm kind of, like, out of ideas? Anyway, boys and girls, hey, if there are them. Thanks for watching. This is GDevelop with the We're going to be looking at lightsaber videos. And so today I have... thank you, sir. I just need the moves, please. Forward roll. The, like a that thing? Okay. I guess games are a bit easier. I just have to make the main system and done. But be all the attacks, though. Because you're giving the player a lot more time to think. And because of that, you need to give them a lot more options. So, that's the main hard part. You have to give them a lot more options. They're not more open because of that. But besides that, it kind of goes against my story. Like, archetypes there, one person who attacks, one person on tank, you kind of figure out the game just by the story with that. Or figure out how to play the game just with the story. Forward roll, side roll? Is that cool? That kind of is cool. I'm just practicing. Yeah, look at you go, buddy. That's cool. I choose 3. Yeah. This turn-based game, open world, I understand you need to add, yeah. Well, open world, like, oh boy. I tried an open world game before. Honestly, I did it a little better than I thought it would be. Just go downwards there. He's doing a lot of spins. Lots of spins with these. Angles of attack. There we go.
Okay. So, angle 1, angle 2.
Yeah.
Angle 3.
Yeah.
Angle 4.
Okay.
Thrust.
Okay.
This is angle 1 right here.
You're not doing up?
From their shoulder muscle.
Okay.
Their lat. Or trap, sorry. Their trap. Kind of cutting right through their midsection. 1.
Alright.
1. Angle 2 is the opposite. 2.
Sorry, I train martial arts. Not this one, but I'm feeling it there. Easier, but you need add much option on the game. You want to make OG Pokemon? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, Pokemon! People don't realize how big of a game their original Pokemon is, but like, it's a lot. Question of the day. What's the question of the day, buddy? Coming soon? What do you mean coming soon? Ugh. This didn't help as much as I would want it to. But they're very meticulous about it, I believe is the word. What this choice your old game? Oh my goodness. Maybe. I'll think about that, you know? I'll think about it. I'll give it a good think. Ever made 2D platform fighting game? There was a fighting game, 2D fighting game I was in the process of making. But then I realized I had to do online and I gave up on the spot. Okay, gave up on the spot isn't the right word. I did try online. I did try to do online for a few days, but it literally quadrupled the work. At least in GDevelop. That is not an exaggeration. I think I still have this plugins in it as well. Where are they? Yeah. Otherwise, I'd probably be making it online. Is it a network? No. Prepare? No. The, this new version probably isn't compatible then. Unless they just smacked it into it, the plugin. But that aside. Yeah. Now if you finish that, I want to play it. Oh, I'm sure I'd send it out into the world and everybody would have a good time with it. Whenever I finish it. Maybe might get around to it by the heat death of the universe. Might. That aside, I still need this. Topic at hand. The katana tricks, they looked cool. They did not help. I think they were for lightsabers too. Which, good idea in theory. But no. Oh my goodness. Retro game. What else was I gonna do? Oh yeah, start the music again. Like, they're all basic swings. They're not. What if I look at Ninja Gaiden? Ninja Gaiden moves. Like, this is the part where you copy someone else's homework. What did they do in... Oh my goodness, I didn't expect a command list. Why is it so long? They have a wiki page just for the command list. Why? Why do they have that? That's such a big command list. What would be considered reckless? I could do almost a little hit move that can immobilize. Or at least stun. Stun could be... What is reckless? Reckless definition. You could do that. Marked by lack of proper caution. I doubt trying to immobilize the enemy would be considered reckless. Does he have a gun in Ninja Gaiden? What the... Huh? I really want to replicate the Hades. I mean, it's hard. I have done many a time where I have realized scope creep is an issue. And I have taken proper care to not have that be an issue here. Like the highest scope. Like, I know this is something I can do. It is something I am able to do. But seriously, what in the world are the differences between each move here in Ninja Gaiden? And why are there so many random things? Like, yeah, okay, just, you know, here, X, Y, X, 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 shuriken, X, X, Y, but only when you're on the ground. What is... Yeah, I'd like to play the game you made? Of course, of course. Yes, and you will once it's done. Or maybe, like, playtest. I don't know how I'll do that. Playtesting's for later. Yeah, I don't know. I might blind it. XX greater than sign? What are they doing in Ninja Gaiden? Is our boss right? Flail. Uh-huh. I see the word flail here. Flail is interesting. Flail. Because that could do quite a bit. There's quite a lot that you can do with not keeping your weapon attached to yourself. If that makes any sense. And by goodness, would that be reckless. Oh, she could totally be the person to just throw that and then pull it back to herself. Oh, and that could be a second button press too. So like you can do that. Ah, that's a good one. Okay, I figured it out. I figured out a move. I figured out E. Hold on. When I have something, I gotta go with it. Throw / pull. And then there. And then you can pull it back to you at a different direction. Hold on. Just go like that. That'll work. I ask you really wanted to become a developer. You did this for fun? A bit of both. A bit of both, yeah. I don't think it's as difficult as people would, you know, think it ought to be. Oh, hi, Manila. Welcome in, welcome in. Sorry for joining late. Oh, don't be. I'm just happy that you're here. It's really the thing. Just in time to see me make a thing. I promise it's interesting. Maybe. I don't think we'll get all these moves done today, especially when I can't think of them. Big attack. Do I want to call this one? I don't want to call anything the special attack because that makes me think it's different. Special attack. We're gonna be calling it medium attack. Haha. Medium attack. But yes, throwing a katana is oh, my thing. My camera broke. Oops. Fixing time. What kind of game are you developing? It is... I don't know if 2D hack and slash is the word, but we'll go with that. It is... There we go. At least for this combat system. Please work. There we go. At least for this combat system there, we have a swap between two people. It's more less of a type of game and more a storytelling device. Because I did a whole bunch of research into what makes a game good for Game of the Year, specifically at Game Awards. And having the game be a device for a single player story in less of a good game, I will say, is the #1 way to get it. And so that's kind of what this whole series of stuff is about. As long as you can play it, it's great. Yeah, thank you. Still, even then, it requires a lot of thought. Not every game gets Game of the Year, right? Let's just do it. We'll just do a sword. Sword. This is gonna be an interesting one. I suppose I can pull this back up again while I'm thinking about it. I would usually declare myself as a story guy, so catalyst to tell story. Here's this. Our Kunoichi here is our melee, and she is reckless. We have established that. Where? Like, yeah, she's not the smartest. Not the smartest at all, but she'll figure it out. I'm sure. Real big amount of stuff here. 7 pages worth. So, you know. Are you getting this? One even top 5? Yeah. I think this will be Game of the Year at the Game Awards? Absolutely not. Like, you... I don't even know. Mostly because I don't have the manpower or capabilities for that, but, you know. I can be helpful. May not be smart, but she can do it. Yeah! Exactly. Anyway, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm sure it doesn't matter. Hey, you guys like my sword? Doesn't it look so good? Such a well-made sword. Yeah, I'm not doing art. Alright, I do need data points. I can just smack it here in the center. 11. What? Why did my music stop? Okay, it's back now. Why are you weird? Nightbot, it's spamming symbols again! I hate Nightbot when it does that. Nightbot, you are annoying. Sorry. But, yeah, there we go. Okay. It's fine, kinda, you know. Just a cross-section. Okay. The cross-section aside. We can now get on to this part. Basically everything is the same as before. This one is on E, though. So, we kind of copy you, and then not like you. And everything's directional, so you know that means we have to do it like 48 times. Where'd you go? Here. I say 48, it's 8. I have to repeat it 8 times. I wish there was an easier way. And you draw it better. Yes, but this is a placeholder. Anyway, let's make her throw a sword. Yeah! Throwing sword. So you need not think into the complexities of my placeholder sword. It's a sword. It's got a handle. You know it's a sword. Okay. Sword. Okay. Throwing sword. Exactly. We're gonna be throwing this sword, and then we're gonna be, taking it back to us, usually via chain. Will I be animating the chain? Absolutely not. Remember, I did, last time I did animations, oh my goodness, that took days to do bad animations. It was utter pain. Yeah, that's basically it. Let me see here. If we're throwing it up, we do want to create it there. We do want angle change. Do we want to put it around the player? No. Actually, oh my goodness, I forgot Control Z is so annoying in this game. Not game. Thing. We put it around the player because that'll only do it once. Okay. Set the timer. We will need a timer. So we will do throw. We will change all this to sword. I like the idea that she just has 2 swords and only uses one at a time. That way she's just got one dedicated to throwing it. That's such a dumb idea, but I like it, and I think it works for this type of game. So that way you can just sit it, forget it, and then take it back later. Alright. That's weird. Why not call it a knife? Because you take it back, right? Throwing knives, you throw it, and then you don't do anything with it. This is a sword. And because it's a sword, that makes it more reckless, right? So, you know, it's cooler that way. It's cooler. Do I need heavy X? Probably not, actually. Oh, we still do, don't we? Oh, we still do. Okay. You need to just put it with the sword instead. And then I have to redo it on the return. I am experiencing pain. Okay, we don't need to do anything too complex right now. Throw X. And then throw Y. And that'll be a sword. I have to actually go and make them real quick. Throw X. Throw Y. That's fine enough. So, on the forward trip, it's basically the same as we just did for the heavy. Which does that. We're basically just doing the first part of that. But with only the sword. The player ain't gonna be moving an inch. He's gonna be very stationary. Do we need rotate? We do. So we're basically just copy pasting it. What's that cat meme? Where the cat rotate? I don't know. Banana. This is a great thing about making your own stuff. You don't have to go to the whims of any, you know, syntax or whatever. I can just go, haha, banana. I know what banana does. I don't need to worry about it. Sword. 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 There, actually, I need to do sword first. Sword. I need to put that in a quotations. Quotation, and then I could do throw. Okay. So yeah, just excuse me as I go, like, change everything out for as long as I can. Throw X shall go first. And then throw Y. Because all of these should be, yeah, about the same. I can play a game with a movement like that. Yeah, exactly. Banana. Yeah, this won't be bad at all. So now I have to do that 6 more times. Woo! I propose a Q&A while I do this. You may ask questions and I may answer. Throw X, throw Y. Banana. Yay. A lot of the time, I don't know too well why I have the ideas of what I have, but well, I think a lot of the time, it's just, that's kind of what the media I'm engaging with at the time. You know? I think that's a large part of what anyone really does in any sort of games, right? You'll see, I mean, it's not just corporate that, you know, says, hey, I want, random live service shooter game with all these heroes and whatever. It's not just corporate that does that. It's, wow, I like this game. I think this game, I can make this game too. And that's, just the designers doing it. Or, I like this thing, I want to do this thing, right? I think a lot of the time people overcomplicate it. Now, of course, that isn't all the time. A lot of the times, yeah, it still is corporate saying, hey, go do this. But it's not all the time. Especially with the earlier ones. So, kind of how that goes. I think people are quick to complain. Which is kind of sad. But in an industry as oversaturated as gaming, it makes a lot of sense. And that's why I have the One Piece in my game. And why I smacked in Otaku ni Kunoichi. Oh, wait, you need to be sword. Not slash. Sword. One of those people? No. Sorry. Oh, Thrax. The Y. Sword. There we go. Hey, this is the last one. I won't have to think about random things to say. Woo! No, that's the wrong thing. Throw. Throw. And then sword. 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 Should I just have kept the variable names the same? Yeah. Did I? Banana. Yay. Okay. Woo! I'm done with that. Definitely save that while we're at it. Yay. Okay. Now, if I do this right. Sword! Oh ho ho. It's a sword. Now the sword currently does, well, nothing. It's just there. Oh ho ho. But let's make it do something real quick. Okay. First thing I'll do is copy from my previous work. I never get plagiarism. They're like, oh, don't plagiarize off your own thing. What do you mean? I just always go at the bottom. You bang up there. Get. There we go. Yeah. So, first thing I need to do. Well, I mostly am just copy pasting that, aren't I? At least for the start. There you go. Wait. You need... Don't throw. Sword. Man, I love swords. Swords are my favorite. The joke is that they're not my favorite. I mean, they're nice, but they're not, like, the best thing ever. Instant force. Sword. Dot. Throw. AX. I'll probably be doing ×2. We can, like, depreciate it. You can tell. Oh, really? Is it that easy? Is it that easy to tell?
Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm whispering this just so it's between you and me. I'm really just doing that because I like Otaku ni Kunoichi. I know it's kind of scandalous, but that's the truth of the matter, alright?
Now, if anyone ever tells you to repeat what I just said, don't. You better not. Sword dot banana. -90 is probably fine. Paid sword. Good. Wait. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that it was the player. Add sword. There we go. Like, yeah, it does. What? That's the wrong thing. Why is it broken now? What did I do to break it? It was even the wrong thing. Oh, because I did that one. I need to, just change that back real quick. That's why. It's because I am dumb. Now we go there. Good. Lovely. Phenomenal. Now you still work. Good. No, you. Okay, you got some work to do. You got a little work. At least the guy moves. Slightly. He does move slightly. ×2. Put sword around player. That's fine. That's fine. Throw. Timer throw sword. Greater than. So it should be doing it for the first 0.5. What did I fail with? What did I fail with? Oh, the sword is so good, I know, right? So such a like, man, you could. She's such a weakling. Eh. Gah. Yeah. She throws it like 15 centimeters in front of her. It's so weak. Oh my goodness. You're just look like Super Meat Boy. Okay. Blue now. Revolutionary. Blue. It's blue now. Oh ho ho ho. You're blue now. Okay, you're getting there. I know, right? I'm getting there. I'm trying my best. Still though, what was the thing? Why do you fail? An instant force. You reset should be triggered once. So why do you fail? Rotate. Well, that should be swap to sword. Dots banana. A banana. That should be good there. That can't be it. You stream on TikTok. Absolutely not. Is that... You work there. Doom. Yeah. %90 of game development. Stare at screen. Hope you find problem. There's a problem here somewhere. Corporate needs you to find the problem. Except you are corporate. That's the issue. Should be going instant force. Y times 2, X times 2. Like, why? I make that 5 seconds. That's fine, right? Less than or equal to 5 seconds, yeah. So... Oh, you're stuck. Oh! I'm face palming. You can't see it, but I am so face palming. Because I did this one. It's fixed now. Our problem's been solved. I just had to get out of there. Someone commented, yeah. Nice. I haven't touched that thing in a while. TikTok. Okay, look like, yeah. I have played Super Meat Boy. It was a long time ago. There we go. It works now. It works. Yay. Yay. Okay. Now we can do the pickup part of it. Uh-huh. No sword? Question mark? We're getting fun with the variable names now. No sword, true. No sword. Aw, I can't do a question mark? No sword, it just gets an underscore now. No sword does get set to false, though, at the start. We do want it to be true there, because when you throw the sword, well, that's how it goes. I want to do another thing here. Yeah. There we go. You. I'll just copy paste you. Variable. Sword. No sword is false. Because then it gets set to true. Just to confirm, because I have failed miserably like this in the past. If I... Wow. I'm glad I confirmed. That's me pressing the button. I can do this one. Yeah. Okay. So, variable no sword is false. Should... Oh! Okay. I got it. Okay, so sword doesn't exist yet. That's why. So I need to make no sort of player instead. Okay, that's it. That's all I need to do. No sword, bull, false. That's it. Sent to true. Now it'll work. Okay. Gonna add more weapons. I contemplated that, but I don't really want to do unlocks. That's really like there we go. Now I can't do it again. Sweet. That's like a thing to figure out later. It's for future Niro to think about. Whether I, have more weapons or more somethings than what I have currently. Though already we have 6 attacks. And we have a swap that causes them. So already 6 attacks all at once. That overwhelms my feeble brain. Especially when you have to figure out a dash too. My feeble brain is just, it is overwhelmed, But yes. More moves, maybe. I doubt we'll do much more in terms of the weaponry itself, besides close and far. And that's really all the types. Now are you smacking a ballistic missile in there? Kunoichi summons a ballistic missile. I'd watch that. Okay, so once it's set to true, then we good luck at that point. Good luck. Goodness. I don't know what to do in terms of good luck at this point. So I guess at this point we rotate towards position, because we're bringing it back to the player. Player X, player Y. It'll make it a pretty good angular speed, 270, I feel like. It shouldn't be instant. Do stuff and hope it works. Exactly! It's like, they call it spaghetti coding, because it's on spaghetti, but if you ever heard the term of throwing spaghetti against the wall, yeah. We're really throwing that spaghetti everywhere. Yeah, so if the thing is true, then we rotate it towards us. We need to We're gonna be doing it the fun way. Spaghetti. Yeah, we're doing it the fun way. No, spell spaghetti. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna be doing it the fun way. We're forced to move towards an object. We're gonna be moving it towards the sword. We're gonna be doing it speed. Actually, we need to hold on. Just give me a second. Sword dot speed. There we go. Sword dot speed is a perfect variable. I was gonna do it to where it just saved the position of the player and then go to it, but I think it's much more fun if you're able to just avoid the sword and kind of string it around you. That would be fun. Okay. We do need to establish sword, though. Like, it's gonna get progressively faster so that you can't just have it out the whole time. I forgot how you spelled spade. Spade. Is that? I did spell it right. Sweet. We're gonna be starting at 300. And then... I mean, honestly, that should kind of work in and of itself, right? We're just gonna go here. We'll do one called return. Sword. It's a bool. Return. Unless we have a funner name for that. Beyond false. We don't even need to have a set to false thing later. It'll be fine. This stream, you only make a move and attack. You can see my yeah. This is definitely how much? It's nearly 3. Yeah, this is. Once I'm finished with this one, I think we're done. And then I see if I can brainstorm something else. Because these aren't even the thoughtful attacks, you know? This is just reckless. This is just, haha, reckless, throw the sword. We need the player to think, too. So, you know. How do you do that? But yes. Sword. Variable. Return is true because it starts false, so we don't even need to worry. Then with the sword is in where's the collision? I'm so glad that there's just a native collision thing. Wherever it is, I cannot seem to find it. I am blind. Is it touch? Where is collisions? What the? Huh? Oh, it's gonna be here. I'm so dumb. Reckless is more fun, but yeah, we need to think. And that's what the blue one is for. The ranged one is for the thinking. Which clearly I'm not doing right now, but the ranged character is for thinking. And you kind of just use them. We have the protectors so that you're able to be reckless. And I think that is a great dynamic. And I think that's fun. Because there's turn towards another object. We have that now. Collision. Finally. We're touching the player. Good. And then we can do sword, kill it, break it upon your kneecaps. And then player no sword is now false. You have your sword back. Congrats. No sword. False. So in theory, and as we know, theory never works. Kneecaps. Okay, sword thrown. I see. It's leaving us now. Bye bye, sword. Bye bye. You need to go see your people, and I know that. sword. Okay, we need to fix that. Here. We need to bring you outside. And then if return is true. And that should be fine. Okay. Sorry if you feel offended or something. Don't worry about it. You wouldn't still be here if I felt any offensive. If I felt offended, there you go. Just look away, I know, right? It's heading right towards you. Gah. Sword, return. Yay. Return true. Oh. In theory. That works. I'll need to make it progressively better. Why? Oh, because I'm dumb. Duh. You go there. And now we're good. There we go. My sword! What's it going with? Move sword towards sword. Player. Okay. Rotate sword toward player X, player Y. It's rotated the wrong direction though. Which is curious. So I went to live. Yeah, he's gotta go back to his wife and kids. He's just returning home. Rotate toward player. 270 per second. Honestly, 540. That is wrong. Hold on. Let me just fix that real quick. Oh, that's gonna break so many things. Hi, Ellie. Welcome in. How's it going today? Kind of better than I thought it would. Though I don't know how much that would be, but... We need to swap you to that way. 64, 32. You're there. You go there. There we go. I've just rotated it. It should be fine. Point there. Point there. Now rotate towards should work fine. We're making our sword be thrown and then come back to you. Because, you know, nothing says reckless like throwing your sword at the enemy. You're developing a game? Indeed. Well, that's wrong. Oh, that's the wrong direction! No, 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 it's gonna stab you! No, 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 no. No. Plot twist, the sword hates you. The sword hates you! No! Okay. We'll just, fix that real quick. Da-doop. Is that proper? Da-doop. That's good enough, I think. Yeah. All ours is placeholder anyway. We don't care enough about that. There we go. Perfect. This is funny. Betrayed us, I know. The sword. I thought we were friends. Okay. I'm gonna go here. Now it is the handle. The handle's coming back to us. Okay, good. We do want a little less of a speed, though, I think. Let's go 400. Just to go with that. And then... I don't think the throw rotation is correct. Hold on. Yeah. Plus 90, I think, is right. It's aware that it kills people, I know, right? Yeah. And it goes like that. Okay. It's still a little fast. 300. Okay, you guys ready for the fun part? We're not even at the fun part yet. I know, you guys have been having so much fun, and we're not even at the fun part. Yeah, that's fine enough. At least for now. What? I know, right? The sword's been moving at a constant speed this whole time. Let's fix that. It's gonna become a game in and of itself. Add 1. This triggers every frame, by the way. Every single frame. This is gonna trigger. It's gonna add 1 to its return speed every time. Okay. It starts slow, but it gets progressively harder. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, why did it slow down? Oh, oh. Oh, I can press E again to make it slow. Yeah. Oh, look at it go. Yeah. Oh, goodness. It's gaining on me. Ah. Oh, that's fun. That is fun. Let's make that a tad bit faster, too. It's fun. Okay. We also need... What do we need here? Because it's that. Variable sword return. Right. Yeah. So that should fix that other problem. Lovely. That's great. You change title. I'll put the. No. I like put the thing there to show like. Can I? Oh, now it doesn't work. Hold on. Turn of sword. Where is the thing? Return sword is false. Bleh. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yep. And now I can't change the speed. Oh, it goes for it. It really does go for it. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I kind of feel. Nah, this ain't good enough. We're gonna add in the multiply. 1.01. We need exponential growth on our sword movement. Because the whole thing is that it returns the player, but if you really wanna go around, then you can. Okay, 1.01's a little much. We'll go yeah. And we're gonna change the start. I just want it boom. Okay. Now 02 is a little short for that. But you can swing it around if you want to, I think. But you can't swing it around forever. I'll change that 03. Oh, that's rotate. Duh. No wonder it didn't make a difference. Because it's in the starting speed. Duh. Where's speed? Hold on. Oh, it's down here. I am dumb sometimes. And it's fine. I just want to see more. Ah. We really need, like, a fine feel and starting speed. Just a one where it feels, like, fast-paced. There we go. Like, here, it should be, like, back. You know? But you should be able to, like, move it around a bit, you know? Give it a bit of a swing. So that's gonna be a... Ooh, that's a little much. $900. Try that. Okay, now I'm kind of going into the feel of it, right? Like... Might be a little too much into the weeds now, you know? We do have a sword that goes. Gonna stream tomorrow, if I am able. That's gonna be my answer always. Until I get a schedule, that's the answer. Or it's like, you know, a stream scheduled for whatever. Yeah, you could totally go around with that. I don't know how, you know, pulling a sword works in other games. That might be a thing to... That's a thing to look at when I'm going over the feel. I mean, that's not it quite yet. We got you. We got basic. We can swap and have that basic. You don't have a QE yet, so I'm still missing... I mean, you can even do a short little stab with that. Oh, just throw it and then return it. Throw, return. Throw, return. Haha, that's kind of cool. You're gonna see this. I don't have one. It's magic. Oh, oh, oh. There might be a Niro stream, but not even Niro himself knows the whereabouts and potentials of one. Oh ha ha. Magic. Yeah, that is that's not too bad. I accidentally hit caps lock somehow. Apparently I am enjoying this quite a bit, at least. Just the whole moving around part. The sword feel needs to be better, but that is for later. Other than that... Wait. Can you, like, throw this off to the side and then go... Hold on. That's kind of... You can do something with that, you know? You can do... If you're good enough, you can combo that. Wait, can you just dodge that? Hold on. hold on. You can dodge that. Oh my goodness. Oh. That's magic, I say. Oh. You can just dodge that. You can do a lot with just a thrown sword. Whoa, that's kind of cool. I see you, welcome in. Stink like the world was. I am having a whale of a time just throwing around this sword. Of course, there's quite a few things that I still need to do. The range character needs to be, change. The stream, don't worry. Stream's probably about over anyway. Ooh. You could totally do some cool stuff with that. Just to, like, throw in extra stuff there. I don't have, like, I don't have a buffer on the Q spam yet, so not yet, but I'll get there. But that is kind of cool. Oh man. You could really get somewhere with that. That's cool. That is cool. Anyway, how does camera work again? Scared. Default camera, type of look again. One instance, camera type. Goodness. Yeah, I forget how camera works. I haven't dealt with it in a while. Yeah, 3 hours though, goodness. But yes, given that I still need to think up some of these other ones there, just for the protective girl. I don't know what's a good protection stat. That for later. Yes. I'm gonna end it here so I don't overthink anything, because I will totally be doing that. And we can't have that happening. So, I do thank you guys for watching. I do hope to see you back some other time. And I promise I will think up something with this, okay? I promise. And then we could do like the actual game part of it. We're still doing framework. I haven't even added any of the game part. But yes, thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.